Hi guys, welcome. Good to have you with us. This is our new set. Have a look. Can you see? We've got a new set up for you here with Daryl Marie and Darren Burrows on Weighted to Win. It's lovely to be with you in our new home, and hopefully this will change things. Maybe and get the boys to tip even more winners. I'll ask them now about that. Reminder that today's race meeting comes to you from Hollywood Bets Kenilworth, and it's 8 races on their card. And it does look like a very interesting card, hopefully a punter-friendly card. There might be a couple of good horses that we like. Well, I do anyway, and I'll ask the boys if they agree. Social media, we're on Twitter at Weighted to Win. That's our handle. Please use that. We also got a WhatsApp number for you that's on the screen, 0691643272. We're giving away these coffee mugs as well on our group, but by random choice ultimately. Just join, send your name and email address, and we're giving these away. Daryl Marie kindly got these for us, and he's going to give it to you as a Christmas present. Very nice of him. All right, so this is the story in terms of the card. Darren Burrows, I'll start with you. The first on the card. Firstly, do you like our new set, Darren Burrows?
I love it, Clyde. Yes, the weather in Cape Town is beautiful. We haven't had rain. The sun's out, blue skies, not much wind. So I really look forward to this card ahead of us.
All right, tell us about this first one. Justin State's got a very strong hand today, and we'll try and get an update. I know Fiona Ramsden does a super job chatting to all of the trainers. You can go to fullracing.tv for all of the comments from the Western Cape, and that will help. Ozenkur, you like the first one?
I do like him, Clyde. You know, on that last effort, he did run against Gimmy's Laddie. I see it as a 2-horse race. There was only a neck separating them. Gimmy's Laddie moved up like a winner, but I just get the impression he's looking for the bend. So Ozenkere, this could be his day. So I'm not going to split the two of them, numbers 2 and 5. And then the first timer, San Pedro. He's a full brother to Padre Pio, who ran second in the Guineas and Daily News. So follow the market.
Okay. We'll watch the brother to Padre Pio, San Pedro. Gimmy's Laddie's second choice, if you don't know, 17 to 10, just behind Aussie Kerr at 16. Daryl Marie, thank you very much for getting these mugs for us. It's very kind of you, and look forward to those. All right, so what do we do the first?
It's the first leg of the bipods. I've opted to go both of them, just the safe route. I do believe they'll fight it out, Clyde. Not much separating them. They pulled well clear of the fourth place runner. I think 4 lengths clear of the balance of the field. There has been a winner from that form line, Charlie Malone. And interestingly enough, Longshanks finished riders alongside Charlie Malone. He's 7 kilograms better off with Ozenkur and Gimmy's Laddie. Right. That should bring him closer, Clyde. So if you are playing trifectas and quartets, include him. It is a special weights event. And then number 3 has been gelded, Settle the Dust. He can certainly make improvements. Okay, but predominantly the 2 horses that are dominating the market. Let's put our selections up now for you. Here's a look at what the first, Daryl Marie. You can go through your bipod for us. Yes, Clyde. It's a cheap perm, affordable perm, 24 Rand, 2 and 5 by Banker 3, by Banker 6, by Banker 4, by 1, 3, 4, 7, by 1, 3 and 5.
All right, Darren, your bipods on screen. Take us through your bankers today.
Okay, it's 2 and 5 by 1 and 3. Then I've bankered the 6 Captain's Ransom. I've gone 4 and 12 in the 4th leg. The 12 has been taken out. So I do believe we're going to double up with number 4, Blackberry Malt. By 3, a banker, Gold Poker Game. And then bankering Happy Chance.
Welcome back to Weighted to Win. Race 2 is a progress plate over 1,200 metres. Note that number 2, Gimme Dat, is not running. It's only a 6-horse field that leaves you in the race now. Latest market is Whoa, 16 to 10 favourite. That's number 3 on the card. Number 1, second choice is Dance Till Daylight, is at 22 to 10. And number 4, Distinction, is currently trading at 4 to 1. Whoa. I know you liked a bit of this last time, Darren.
Yes, Clyde, I tore my ticket up at the start because I saw her sweating up so badly. But she was in need of the run. It wasn't a bad effort. She just faded late. She'll come on a lot from that run, and let's just see how she goes down and behaves at the start. Dance Till Daylight is 2.5 kilos better off at the weight with her. And she was only half a length behind and didn't have much luck in running. So I'm not going to split numbers 1 and 3.
Okay, I thought the competition doesn't seem or appear to be all that strong. What do you think, Daryl?
I think it's a It's Wowo's race for the taking over here, Clyde. Last time I watched the replay, she was ridden with restraint from the jump. I don't think they're going to adopt similar tactics. I think they're going to let her stride, and I expect her to confirm that form with Dancehall Daylight despite the weight turnaround. So for me, 3 from 1, and I'm quite confident with regards to Wo.
You are okay. A little, maybe some sort of concern around the stable in the Cape. They were doing fantastically well, and every yard does sometimes go off the boil. Perhaps that's not the case with Brett Crawford, because they have been having winners, but maybe not as many as they were hoping to have had. One in particular that let the team down was that good horse of theirs. What's that horse called that ran the other day, last
Champion
week?
Warrior.
Champion Warrior. Lovely horse, but unfortunately didn't deliver on that occasion. But it's not only about one horse, I guess. So, Wo is the one. Darren does make the other one a bit of a danger, but Darryl's got his PA worked out. Banker 3, Banker 6, Banker 4 by 1, 3, 4, 7 by 1, 3, 5, Banker 6, and then 2, 6, 8, and 15. And for Darryl, you can take that a few times. It's entirely up to you, but as a whole single unit, it'll cost you 48 Rand. As Darren Burrows' place accumulator, 1, 6, 4, 3, 6, then 3 and 6, and then 7, 8, and 15. And Darren would like to take that a 6 Rand perm, but he'd like to take that 50 times, and you can take it entirely up to you. Welcome back. Let's have a look at the third. This is a Pinnacle Stakes over 1,400 metres, this race, and the market's got Captain's Ransom. Good to see her back in action. She's 15 to 20, 6 to 1 about Waterbury Lane, and then 8 to 1 about Future Prince, number 3 on the card, 10 to 1 Captain of Stealth, and then I see this horse do it again, also trading at around that price. But it's all about Captain's Ransom. She's the odds-on favourite, and we're all expecting her to make a winning return. I mean, that's not impossible for her to do. She's that good, Darren.
Yes, she is that good. I would have been more suited to the summer track with the long running. But really, coming out fresh, she's had 9 runs for 8 wins and 1 unplaced. So she likes running fresh. I'm just hoping there's a decent enough pace on with Captain of Stealth in the race, and she will be running on by the final 200. Let's hope that she can make a winning return. I've banked her.
Okay, a winning return for you on Captain Ransom. You, Darryl?
Yeah, Clyde, last night was interesting. I was just finally got home, made myself a cup of coffee, sat down and got onto Twitter, and I read a certain publication's headline saying, this is her biggest test of her career. Now, it's a midweek meeting, it's a prep run, it's a Pinnacle, and this is her biggest test of her career. I nearly choked on my coffee when I read that headline, to be honest.
I'm not going to ask you who it was.
I mean, she's a sensational filly. It's a prep run, but we expect her to win. She is, on rating, she's 2 kilograms best in, but second best in is Do It Again, who's earned his rating over 2,000 meters.
Yeah.
So we expect her to win, and hopefully she does. I think for the exacta position, you can focus on Waterbury Lane. He's a 1,400 meter specialist. That return, Clyde, was very, very encouraging. He had top weights of 63 kilograms. And when he angled to the outside, he did make up good ground. With that run under his belt, I think he'll be chasing home the champion filly.
Okay. Interesting enough, Barcy. What does Barcy, our friend, say, Barcy?
Barcy said, Gooi.
Gooi, eh?
Yes.
A different division, Barcy. Okay, so Gooi, Captain's Ransom. That's the one. We're bankering, I'd imagine, everything. Let's have a look. I'd be disappointed if you boys aren't. Darren's bankering the 6 by 2, 4, 5, 12, 13, by 1, 2, 3, 7, 9, by 6, a banker, by 1, 3, 6, 7, 8, and 11. And if we're running, we don't have to sweat at all because we've got the whole field at the back for 2,250 Rand or 225 for 10%. Back with us, welcome, lovely to have you. This is a handicap at the 74 level. It's over 1,600 metres. And this is one of my favourite horses running called Blackberry Malt. This horse last time out obviously needed the run. I was impressed with him because the way he beat on the manner in which he beat Professor Snape, I thought this is something special. He came out and run a credible second to Inamore. I thought was a very good run after what was at a 4 or 5 month break. And second run after rest syndrome is the only concern, but I like it to win. You, Darren Burrows?
Well, I banked this horse in my buy pot and my place accumulator. I thought he's the horse to beat because that second behind Inamorare, he needed the run, and he's got the draw in his favor, and he's 2 kilos better off at the weight with Inamorare. So I'm favoring Blackberry Malt over number 13. And then I've also included horses like Incredible and Napoleon into my pick 6.
Okay. What are you worried about with why aren't you bankering Blackberry Malt? What's your worry?
It's just his second run back, and it is a competitive race, but I do believe he's got some quality about him.
Okay. Okay, good. Daryl? What do you say?
My bank is out, Clyde, so I have fallen on Blackberry Malt. I was really keen to see Narina Trigon was going to go today.
Yeah, well, I think you did yourself a favour.
Well, let's hope so. Blackberry Malt, now, we watched that race together last time out.
Yes.
We thought he was a touch unlucky. And he escapes a penalty. He looks like a really nice horse in the making and could be well ahead of the handicapper. Going to strip much fitter.
Insider trading.
Incredible could get closer to him. He's 1.5 kilos better off. For a 2.5 length beating. He's also got a neat draw, so he should be thereabouts. And one I'd watch to see how he goes today, Clyde, is number 6, Without Question. He's been rested and gelded. He's a really lovely sort. I think he might just need this run, but it will certainly bring him on. It wasn't the strongest of fields last time out, but the second, third, and fourth have all won since then. So watch him how he goes today, and if he runs just behind them, I think he could be one to follow.
Okay. We'll watch him in the future. Blackberry Malt, though, we're happy with that in terms of our selections for this particular event. Let's go and have a look at what we're doing. Daryl is bankering Blackberry ahead of 1, 3, 4, 7 in his pots, then Field, and then bankering. Who's the 6 at the back that you're bankering then? Seventh race? Sorry.
Navy Strength, and we'll be showing our viewers that replay.
Okay, well, you look forward to that. That's one jackpot. Has Darren got a jackpot? No? Okay, well, we've got Daryl Marie's play, race 4. Welcome back, guys. Let's get on to our next race on the card now. Take you through the market with regards to race 5. And this horse, top of the boards, is Gold Poker Game, number 3 on the card for Candice Bass Robinson. They're 5-2. Umfati's second choice at 33-10. And then you got 4-1 about this horse, Meta. And then I think you get 6 or 7-1 about number 2, Lady Silvano. So the Bass Crawford stable seem to dominate in terms of the top end of the market here. Darren, what's your first choice?
Well, I like this horse Gold Poker Game. I thought very unlucky loser last time out. I know Aldo is plus 0.5 kilo, but I think this filly is on the up, and I was going to banker her. I saw the Bass comments, and it wasn't part of their best runners for the day, which was interesting, but I really believe she's the horse to beat. Over horses like Love is a Rose, I think that was a strong race she ran in last time out. And then you've got to include Meta, Umvoti, and Lady Silvana up in trip.
Okay. Yeah, Gold Poker Game does seem to have solid forms. Only had her 3 starts to date, and after her win, she came out to run a cracking second, I think. Beaten just a half a length on that occasion by Betty Boop, although the form hasn't really held up all that well. But Darren making that the horse to beat you, Daryl?
Yeah, 6 runners from there, 5 of them unplaced.
I see that, yeah.
So it's certainly not holding up. But Clyde, she was given a hands and heels ride last time out. She was closing in smartly. One has to believe based on that effort, the extra is going to suit her. Likely race, plenty scope for improvement. Also, I loved the look of last time out going to post was Jam Jam. I thought she really looked lovely. She looks like a solid daughter of Duke of Marmalade who can only improve with racing. And the way she ran on when winning last time out will also suggest that she's going to improve over the extra.
Is Grant van Niekerk feeling better now?
I don't know.
They said he wasn't. What was wrong with him? His wrist
or what? It was the shoulder or something.
Something not right.
We saw him go wide on a few occasions.
Very talented rider.
Yeah,
talented guy. I hope he's well though. Yeah.
Let's hope it's back in place.
Jam, you say, eh?
Yeah. And then I also agree with number 1, Love is a Rose, Clyde. She's come down a bit in the ratings, down to an 83. You got Keegan DeMello, who's riding at the top of his game from a 1 draw. You know that this filly is going to be put in the ideal position, and she'll run another very, very decent race.
All right. That's the discussion then in terms of this event. Let's put our selections up, get straight to it. We've only got 1 perm for you. Darren's worked out jackpot 2. And yeah, he's going 1, 2, 3, 7, 9. Banker the 6 by 1, 3, 6, 7, 8, 11. And Field at the back. So Darren expecting a result, second jackpot. Hopefully we can double that money. Let's get on to handicap 72 fillies and mares, 1600 metres. Is it a tough race or not? I know Darren likes Happy Chance, top of the board. Trading 33 to 10 at the moment, Darren.
Yes, Clyde, this filly opened 5 to 1. If you prepared to put a line through her last run, she's got the ability, the manner in which she won her penultimate, when she clipped heels around the bend and still recovered to win. 3 runs back, she was a very unlucky loser. She just looks like a really decent filly, above average. Last time out, I watched that replay. I thought she was traveling really well in behind runners. And then as they took the bend, she took a wrong step or something. And the jockey obviously eased her out of the race just in case something went amiss. She was obviously vetted after that, and nothing came up. So she's obviously been back in full work and doing really well. And the stable comments, they're very upbeat about her chances. So I'm going to take my chances and bank her.
Okay, so you were forgiving of that last start. Computer form shows awkward, stressed, eased, and then V-ND. What does that mean? V-ND.
Vet reported nothing detected.
Okay, well, there you go. You see, you learn something every new in the game. You like that?
I've played to beat her, Clyde. I'll make this race a little bit more difficult. I thought I found some value in number 5, Everglades. What price is she?
Everglades. It's currently trading at 14 to 1 at the moment. 10 o'clock this morning, Wednesday morning.
People are going to go on about me touching on merit ratings. Some don't believe in ratings. But this filly's
insider trading.
This filly's come down to 68 from a 74. Have a look at this equipment change, Clyde. I don't know if it's going to help whatsoever, but the earmuffs have been removed. Right? She's having a peak run. Her 2 comeback runs were over 1,400. She now steps up to a mile, which I think will be favourable. And I think the Null stable's just boiling under the radar now. They're starting to bubble, and they're going to start striking very soon.
It's overdue.
They are turning. That I can tell you something. And maybe she's the one to get the ball rolling for that stable. Okay. So I think she does represent value. Raising Quinn, I watched the latest replay. She was unlucky. She came out slow, and then she found a lot of trouble in the straight. But without the traffic issues, she certainly would have finished a bit closer. And here comes Aldo aboard and gain an extra furlong or 200 meters. And then another one, Beneath the Moon. She's a big striding daughter of the United States. If she gets to the front, settles with those blinkers first time out, I certainly won't be surprised to see her keeping on rolling and possibly finishing the money.
She seems to enjoy the course and distance. She only had 2 runs here, one and a place on the other. So maybe that's a bit of a shrewdy Beneath the Moon as well. Okay, well, let's have a look at our selections here, guys, and put this into the play. We're going Happy Chance from Darren's perspective. That's his recommendation. He's quite confident that you can put a line through that last start, because he likes it a lot. Navy Strength is favourite here at 17 to 10. I Wanted All is 4 to 1 second choice. And number 1 Galactic Path is 11 to 2. 6 to 1 The Futurist. I ask you, Darren, where does it end with this horse, Navy Strength or I Wanted All? Justin Snaith, we thought it was that stable that should win here. And they met last time. We'll show the rerun, an interesting race. Your first choice of the 2 3 or perms is naturally Navy Strength.
Yes, Navy Strength and I Want It All. Now, I Want It All, we did like him last time out. He won a really good race, and I think he's going to appreciate the step up in trip. He took time to unwind that stride, but Navy Strength, if you look at the replay, had nowhere to go on the rail, and he was cruising. He was reefing behind runners. So he could turn the tables, and obviously the market, someone spotted that because he is 17 to 10. So 3 and 6. And then the Futurist and Galactic Path also came out of that form line.
Okay, so we'll watch that. We'll take note of all of that. So Grant van Niekerk's now riding I Want It All. Richard's obviously got first choice, Darryl, in the stable, and he saw what happened. So,
well, how's your feeling as Richard as a judge? Is he a good judge?
I think so, very much.
Let's hope so, because
I think so.
He definitely had the choice of rides, and he's opted to take the ride on number 6, Navy Strength. We all watched the replay. We're going to show the viewers now, Clyde. This horse was desperately unlucky, and he meets I Want It All on 2 kilogram better weight terms. Last time was his first run with a tongue tie. So he did improve with that, and he was very, very unlucky. Richard Freeze opted for him. We gained in a big way for Navy Strength. So let's hope he can bring home the bacon.
Okay, so you're confident Navy Strength. We've got some exotics for you, or a selection, and that is all Navy Strength as Daryl's the choice to win, as you can see, top left corner. We've got a replay we want to show you now. This is where you guys can look out and see what the story and what happened here. Navy Strength is in the Drakenstein colours, I beg your pardon, Greg Bortz's colours, in the light blue, going towards the rail now. I Want It All is in the black body in the yellow cap. Anything else you want to point out there, Daryl?
Yeah, the Futurist is up front with the blue and the red cap. But you can see the Navy Strength tries to get a gap on that inside running rail, and it just shuts for him. And you can, over the final furlong, Clyde, he's basically just standing up in the irons.
Yeah, interesting. Watch the winner. The further he goes in this, the further he wants to run. So I think Darren's right. This extra is going to suit him too. But the horse on the rail, very, very unlucky. Have a look. Sitting stock still in the saddle was Grant on that occasion. Nowhere to go. And he certainly would have gone past the Futurist. Would he have gone past I Want It All? Well, that's for you to decide. Back with us, let's get on to our last race on the card now, the lucky last, hopefully, for us. Let's go through the markets. What did it look like at about 10 o'clock this morning? I can tell you, 11-2 the field. And top of the boards at the moment, trading at 11-2. Just want to have a quick look. Is that horse from Gareth Van Zyl's yard? A little bit naughty. Pierce Stradham's taken the ride. He's looking for 5,000 winners, 5,500 winners as Pierce Stradham. Fur Baby is at 11-2 joints. And Red Sash number 6 on the card is at 6-1. Can Striker get his 5,500th winner here, Darren?
He can, Clyde. This filly, they campaigned her over a mile and even further for a long time. They dropped her back to 1,200 meters last time, and she really relished it. So it wouldn't surprise me. The money's come from 12-1 into 5-1. I thought the value lay with Shantastic. Last time I thought she would see out the 14, which she didn't. She was one-paced. But on her 2 previous efforts, I thought in her penultimate starts, very unlucky. I think she's very capable. And then Veronique with 52 kilos comes into the race, and Double Dream dropping in triple suit.
Okay, so there are a few. You think Stradham can ride his 50? Will this be the day?
He can. The wood's out and the money is
come for
it. The filly, yeah. Clyde, Shantastic. She quickens and then she plods. So I think coming back in trip is going to suit her. I don't think she stays either. She's one for the shortlist. Double Dream, she's having her peak run. Another one that's coming back in trip. She should be thereabouts, but this is a very, very difficult event. The race certainly doesn't stop there. I know a filly like Red Sash didn't beat the strongest of fields last time out, but she's only had 3 runs to date. She's a bit of a track and trip specialist, and she's got a lot of scope for further improvement. So a wide open event. Narrow first pick for Shantastic.
Okay. We're not ruling out the upset because remember in Darren's pick 6, if he's still running, he's got the whole field. So it's one of those kind of races. Let's take a look at what we're doing in the lucky last 10. Shantastic, and each way both guys have agreed that perhaps Shantastic is the right horse in the race here. Dropping back to the 12 and currently trading at 10-1.